296-7032.
Good morning. I'm Gerard Campbell with an 8:50 WFTL news break. A Dr. Phil episode planned to be on the air today, featuring the accused Tequesta killer and face biter Austin Harriff, has been pulled. No word on whether it will be broadcast at another time. Harriff is accused in the August deaths of John Stevens and his wife Michelle. Miami-Dade mayoral candidate Raquel Regalado is trying to disqualify the incumbent mayor from re-election. She filed a lawsuit yesterday saying Mayor Carlos Jimenez violated a state law when he mislabeled a check payment to qualify to run. Another credit card skimmer found at a gas station in Palm Beach County. It was at a Sunoco gas station pump in the 8800 block of Lantana Road. 24 men and women in Hollywood arrested after a prostitution sting. Hollywood police made the arrests at 16 massage parlors yesterday following a 5-month investigation. Cloudy skies right now, 78 degrees in West Palm Beach, cloudy skies, and 80 degrees in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Gerard Campbell, News Talk 850 WFTL.
Phil Cannella and Joanne Small are hosts of the Crash Proof Retirement Show. It's heard every Saturday right here on 850 at 10 a.m. And they've been working extremely hard to uncover wrongdoing in the financial industry, specifically right here in South Florida. And they've become an incredible news source for listeners interested in politics and economics and finance. And like many other experts, Phil Cannella and Joanne Small believe that the results of this presidential election, along with an interest rate increase, will in fact be what sends the stock market into a panic. But that doesn't mean you have to panic. Phil Cannella and Joanne Small have a market crash prevention plan that guarantees principal protection and guarantees growth no matter what the stock market does. You can learn more at the next Crash Proof Retirement Educational Event. It's happening Wednesday, November 9th in the Grand Ballroom at the Doubletree Hilton in Palm Beach Gardens. The event starts at 5 in the afternoon. It's followed by a complimentary dinner. Do not be fooled by the imitators. The exclusive and proprietary Crash Proof Retirement System is not available anywhere else in the country, but it's available right here, and it was developed by Phil Cannella for times just like these. Register today, 800-722-9728. That's 800-722-9728. Or you can visit crashproofretirement.com. The Crash Proof Retirement Show with Phil Cannella and Joanne Small is heard every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 right here on 850 WFTL.
All right, you have a great business, but your website, not so much. Let's change that. Introducing Wix ADI, Artificial Design Intelligence, that creates a stunning website for you with all the things you need to look amazing online. Images, videos, and professional text, giving you more time to focus on what really matters, your great business. Go to Wix.com. Create your stunning website today.
ADT presents What to Consider When Considering Home Security. An ADT sign is more than a sign. It's a line in the sand. On one side, your family. On the other, an uncertain world.
For over 140 years, more people have chosen ADT to help prevent crime than anyone else. Get ADT starting at just $28.99 a month.
Tested, trusted, proven ADT.
With 36-month contract for licensing and terms and conditions, visit ADT.com.
Hi, this is Joyce Kaufman. Do you have a family member addicted to painkillers or alcohol or other drugs? Join me Saturday mornings at 8 for Get Better with the Florida House Experience. For immediate help, call the Florida House Experience at 855-SOBER-16. I'm no right-winger. I'm just plain right. This is Joyce Kaufman. Listen to my show every weekday at noon on News Talk 850 WFTL.
I'm meteorologist Chris Farrell for CBS 12 News. Another windy day on this Friday. The windy east today gusting 25 to 30 miles an hour. Higher gusts at the coast. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies. Only a 30% chance of an isolated shower. The high 84. Similar weekend weather. Partly to mostly cloudy skies. Saturday, Sunday. Staying windy each day with highs of 84 and only an isolated shower.
Live from the Crash Proof Retirement Show studios, Phil Cannella and Joanne Small have your market crash prevention plan. Saturdays at 10 a.m. on News Talk 850 WFTL.
Ladies and gentlemen, you ready for the big show?
Ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready. Are you ready for the party? Go!
Opinionated, informed, and unafraid. This is The Rich Stevens Show. Radio that moves at the speed of thought. Now, once again, here's Rich Stevens.
New York attitude, Florida charm. Talk so hot, it's a 4-alarm. Right, smart, unafraid. A double shot of truth on your radio waves. Hey, hey, oh, whoa. Time to crank up your radio. Hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Time for the Rich Stevens Radio Show. Rich Stevens. Sounds so nice, you're gonna say it twice. Rich Stevens Show. Coming to you strong on your radio.
Oh, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the Hour 2 broadcast of The Rich Stevens Show. And if you're watching Rich Stevens TV, yes, I'm wearing pink, neon pink today as we are getting close to the end of the month right here at Alpha Media. We are having a huge internal event. I think it's at noon till 2 today. It's a potluck where you have to give a donation and bring a dish in order to participate. And I'm going to tell you that my dish, and every time I've ever served this for anybody that's come over the house, no matter where I've lived, especially when I lived in Denver, Colorado, people wanted me to package this stuff and sell it because they told me that I've never tasted anything like if I had $1 for every time somebody said, oh my God, this is the best I've ever had, I probably could have retired rich by now. The dish is Rich's secret recipe French onion dip. Now, a lot of people make French onion dip, but there's a secret ingredient that I add into my French onion dip that I'm not going to tell you what it is, and I'm telling you, every time somebody tastes it, and by the way, the best thing is it's fat-free, too. So you can eat as much as you want. Not the ingredient, the actual dip. What are you laughing at? Why do you find this funny?
No, it's not what I find funny. It's too late now because I missed the chance, but I had a joke that I thought of after you said something. I just didn't jump on it fast enough.
Okay. Well, that would be like everything else.
Whenever you said you were going to retire rich, and I was like, you'll always retire rich, no matter when you retire.
Very funny.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right,
this is why you need that little bum right? Because you could have done it on yourself. By the way, you can't taste that, obviously, via the radio. But I'll see how it goes over here at the Alpha. And you can always tell when you do one of these things, potluck. We had one of these when I worked in Denver, for example. I made the same exact thing. We had about 150 people that brought all these kinds of dishes and everything. And mine was one of 3 that totally gone. I mean, it was like people, if somebody could have picked up the bowl and licked it, they probably would have done it.
Why do they call it a potluck?
Because you never know what you're going to get. So it's you're supposed to bring a pot and you get luck. You either luck in or luck out.
Okay.
I got to tell you, with all due respect, I love working here. I love the people I work with, but there's some people I'm not going to taste their stuff because I don't know if, I mean, you think about that, Like I realized last night as I was finishing this up, I forgot to wash my hands first. So I don't know if I'd want to eat. No, I'm kidding. But, really, you never know what somebody's going to do. Even the people you work with. And no, I just don't know. I mean, couldn't you think of people that we work with and immediately off the top of your head think of one person that you probably wouldn't want to go over their house for dinner because,
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Let me tell you, by the way, Election Day is coming up on Tuesday, November 8th, and I'm happy to tell you that we will take the Rich Stevens, this is a tradition every 4 years, we take the Rich Stevens Show out on location so you could come and be a part of the broadcast, and I hope you will join us at Reuven's on Jog Road in Delray Beach for an early morning breakfast. We're actually going to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning for breakfast, and we're going to do a VIP breakfast with Rich Stevens before the broadcast. And then we'll start the broadcast at 9 o'clock, coming to you live from Reuven's on Jog Road in Delray Beach. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell the dog, anybody you want. We need to get some people there to participate because I want you to be part of the radio show. And when we do, we'll start on Monday giving away the VIP invites for the breakfast. Of course, you could come. You don't have to be invited. I'm inviting you right now. But for the VIP table, we'll start giving away those invitations on Monday. But mark your calendar, election morning. Maybe you're going to go out and vote. Polls open at 7 o'clock on Election Day. Come on out after you vote. Make sure I want to see people wearing the sticker. You know, the little sticker that you say, I voted, come to Reuven's. That's on Tuesday, November 8th. Mark your calendar down now. Join Rich Stevens at Reuven's on Tuesday, November 8th. Now, here's the info that I wanted to tell you about that I don't believe you're going to see on your local news. I know you're not going to see on your national news. I've already placed calls to the governor's office, to Donald Trump's office, and I'm hoping that somebody heeds this information and does something about it, although I think it's too late. And here's what the information is that I alluded to. Oh, I don't have time right here? Okay, tell you what. Here's what I want you to do. Stay right where you are. You do not want to miss this info that I have, something that has occurred right here in South Florida, in Palm Beach County and in Broward County. And I'm telling you, this can affect the outcome of our votes and this election process. And it's dirty nasty. I'll tell you what it is coming up next. This is the Rich Stevens Show.
This Saturday, FSU takes on the 7-0 Clemson Tigers. Our coverage starts at 6 p.m. on South Florida Station for the Seminole Nation. News Talk 850 WFTL.
Licensed in all states. Product availability varies. Agents may be compensated on enrollment.
This is Michael Medved. I'm here with Mike Stahl from Health Markets, helping folks find the right Medicare coverage. The news reports say that the rates might be going down.
The government projects the cost of Medicare plans will decrease this year. So you have to ask, are you getting the best rate? And Health Markets offers a free service to help folks maximize their Medicare benefits and save money.
The enrollment period for Medicare has already started. What is it people need to keep in mind?
Enrollment in the right plan is not automatic. With so many Medicare options, it can be confusing. My advice, don't go it alone. Get unbiased help to find a plan that may cost less and cover more with lower co-payments, more choices like dental and vision, and the freedom to choose your doctors. With the enrollment deadline only weeks away, it's important to act now. Our Health Markets Medicare service is free.
Thanks, Mike. This is Michael Medved for Health Markets.
For your free Medicare assistance, call 800-316-8780. That's 800-316-8780. 800-316-8780.
Let me tell you that this weekend might be the perfect time for you to sell your car. Why? Because AutoBuy will pay you the max. Well, not only this weekend, today, tomorrow, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, whatever the day is, they always pay the max. That's why I want you to go to WePayTheMax.com. That's the website for AutoBuy. All the details and locations are there. By the way, they have 5 locations from the Treasure Coast to Miami. That means there's a location near you, and in 20 minutes or less, they'll give you a certified evaluation. They'll tell you exactly what your car is worth, and then they'll pay you the max. That's the best thing about AutoBuy. They always pay the max. You see, here's the fact. When you sell your car privately, you're not always getting the max. You're getting what you think it's worth, and 9 times out of 10, it's worth more than you think it's worth. You see, this all happened years ago when people used to take their cars to a car dealer. They'd buy a new car, trade in a car, and they'd say, like, give you an example, well, we're going to give you $4,000 for your trade-in. If you really think that they're giving you $4,000 for your trade-in, they just jacked up the price on a new car. You're not going to get that when you go to AutoBuy, because AutoBuy is not selling cars, they're buying cars. WePayTheMax.com. Get in there today. Tell them that Rich Stevens told you about this, and by the way, they'll give you a gift card on top of paying you the max. This is a great deal. It's the only way I recommend you selling your car. And if you have a lease and you're getting close to the end of the lease, take it to AutoBuy. You may have equity left in that car. Again, the car dealer where you turn in your car, they're not going to tell you about it. AutoBuy will not only tell you about it, but they'll get you that equity and pay you on the spot. Hello? Are you getting this message? WePayTheMax.com. Go to AutoBuy today. WePayTheMax.com. They're open to 7 o'clock. You don't need an appointment. You can just stop by, and if you can't come to them, they can come to you. WePayTheMax.com.
When my dad took a bad fall and we needed help, we learned what a challenge it is to find the right caregiver. Hi, it's Jimmy Goldberg. Getting the right help for my father was next to impossible. So we started a different kind of agency. We started Safe and Steady. At Safe and Steady, we understand that if you care, it will go a long way. After all, at Safe and Steady, we're providing a human being that is coming into your home to take care of your loved ones. We take this very seriously. Our screening process is arduous and includes a 6-point checklist of current certifications and requirements, and the ability to read and write comprehensible English. We'll interview hundreds, just just to find a few right ones. We won't put someone into your home that we wouldn't want in ours. There's a lot of agencies out there, and we'd like Safe and Steady to be your agency. My wife, Kathy, and I are available 24/7. Call Safe and Steady, 561-237-5252. That's 561-237-5252. At Safe and Steady, we take your care personally. 561-237-5252.
All right, so listen, do you own your own home? Are you in a position right now where you're thinking about selling that home? Do not sell that home. I have a better idea for you. Rent it out instead with the guys over at InvestPro Properties. You see, home ownership is at its lowest rate in 51 years. And that, my friend, has created an unprecedented demand for rental properties right here in our area. In fact, the rental market's so hot. InvestPro Properties, they can't get enough properties to meet the demand. So that means they're going to go out, they're going to find you a great tenant, usually in just a couple weeks on average, sometimes sooner. And then they'll manage everything from there. I'm talking everything. The middle of the night maintenance calls, you don't want to take those calls. The rent collections, the inspections, and so much more. And the best part is you pay nothing up front. There's no binding contract. You could cancel any time, and they even guarantee that their tenants are going to perform for you while you just sit back and cash the checks every month from InvestPro Properties. Call 561-203-7022, 561-203-7022. Listen, if you're planning a move for any reason, whatever you do, do not sell your home because you could possibly be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. Rent it out instead with InvestPro Properties. 561-203-7022. 561-203-7022. Put the cash in your pocket right away by renting it instead of selling it with InvestPro Properties.
Join Anthony Perry for Safe Money Talk Radio, sponsored by the Perry Financial Group, specializing in wealth preservation, tax, financial, and estate planning since 1985, with offices in Coral Springs and Boca Raton. Call 888-755-8887. Anthony Perry discusses fixed annuities and safe money strategies. Safe Money Talk Radio, Saturdays at 11 and 11:30, Sundays at 10 and 10:30 on 850 WFTL.
Politically correct millennials,
stupid people,
bad drivers,
overpaid entitled athletes,
opinions on everything, in fact.
Hi, it's Jennifer and Bill.
Join us, 11 a.m. News Talk 850 WFTL.
Some call it bitching. We call it motivational speaking. This is The Rich Stevens Show on News Talk 850 WFTL.
All right, let me get right to this. This is really, really a serious issue. And I've told you time and time again, first of all, make sure you get off your ass and you vote. I don't care if you get that mail-in ballot, which you can still get, or you can early vote, which you can still do. Do not wait until November 8th. Now, at the same time that I'm saying this, something has occurred within the last 48 hours that really, I almost said something I'm not supposed to say. It bugs the hell out of me. And it should bug the hell out of you too. And I encourage you, and I want you to pick up the phone, and I want you to call the governor's office, and I want you to call the Republican National Committee. Well, actually, don't call them because they don't care. Call the governor's office. He cares. And tell them that Rich Stevens told you to call, because here's what happened. When Hillary was in town yesterday, guess who she had a private meeting with? Oh, you're not going to guess, so let me just tell you. She had a private meeting with Dr. Brenda Snipes, who's the supervisor of elections in Broward County. Now, I don't know about you, but I got a problem with that. And if you don't, then hey, don't even bother talking to me because you're going to waste my time and your time. That is so unethical, it's not even funny. It's on the same level as, was it Bill Clinton that met with Loretta Lynch out in Phoenix or wherever it was a few months ago at the airport? Remember that? Right before they decided that they weren't going to prosecute and pursue anything with Hillary Clinton with the emails and lying to Congress? It's the same thing. It's exactly the same. And if that's not bad enough, remember when Tim Kaine was here the other day? He met privately with Susan Booker, who happens to be the supervisor of elections in Palm Beach County. Now, to me, this is breaking news. This is a big, big deal. And yet, you do a search online, you will not find this anywhere. I started getting text messages and emails trickling in yesterday and the day before when Tim Kaine was here, telling me about this. And then the level of who they were coming from kept going a little bit higher. The last texts that I got were last night from people that were protecting the presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate. You can't get any higher than that because they were there. They saw this. They escorted her, Hillary, to meet with Dr. Brenda Snipes. They escorted Tim Kaine, the vice presidential nominee, to meet with Susan Booker. Now, why would a presidential and a vice presidential candidate have any kind of meeting whatsoever with the supervisor of elections in the two counties that are going to decide who is the next president of the United States? You tell me. 877-850-8585. 877-850-8585. I warned you. I warned you in the last election, do not put these two people back in the same positions again. They will hurt us. And you didn't listen. You checked off that little box and you said, yeah, let's put her back in again. Doesn't matter what happened in the last election. This election is going to come down to the two counties that matter most out of, 65 or 56 counties or 67, whatever it is in Florida. It's all going to be about Palm Beach County. It's all going to be about Broward County. Now, we already know that most of Broward County votes Democratic. And in Palm Beach County, it's kind of mixed a little bit, although I've seen things shift. I know that in Broward County, a lot of people that early voted already. They've told several poll workers, yep, I'm a Democrat. I voted down the ticket. Except for that number one box for President of the United States, I voted for Donald Trump. Well, hats off to you. If you are going to allow Hillary Clinton to be elected as our next president, I, for one, am not ready for just some of the things that she will do, and you're not thinking about it now. Let me give you an example. I made a note about this. Let me see if I could find my note. I want to tell you how messed up this. I'm sorry that this makes me so angry, but this is. Let me give you a great example. Oh, and by the way, in just a minute, I'll tell you about the latest WikiLeaks dump too, because this is important too. But let me give you an example. Yesterday, and I was fascinated by watching this, and if this doesn't show you how full of crap this campaign is, nothing's going to change your mind. Who is campaigning for the first time right alongside Hillary Clinton? It's the First Lady, Michelle Obama. It was a very big crowd, they say, at Wake Forest University in North Carolina. North Carolina is a very important state. North Carolina is not going to decide this election. Florida is going to decide this election. Mrs. Obama said the Democratic presidential candidate and Donald Trump offered dramatically different visions for Americans. She went on to stress that Clinton represents optimism and hope. There's that hope word again. The only hope word that should be in this conversation is I hope she doesn't get elected. But she said hope and for hope for the future. And she argued that Donald Trump offers a dark and pessimistic vision. Are people this stupid to believe that these two are now buddy-buddy? Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama are mortal enemies. Do you not remember the history between them? They can't stand each other. Why do you think Michelle Obama was not on the trail until just now to campaign with her? And they're hugging and they're doing, oh, yes, yeah. They are so full of crap. How do people not see through this and remember and realize? And if you have any doubts, do a little search online for Michelle Obama talks about Hillary Clinton and look and watch the words come out of her mouth, the crap that she has said about Hillary. And now they're buddy-buddy? Come on. It was so fake, you can see right through it. And if you can't, I'm going to tell you the same thing I've said over and over again. Take the goddamn blinders off, open your ears, and look at what's in front of you. This is our future. This is your future. This is your kids' future. This is your grandkids' future. This is going to affect us in so many ways. None of us have enough time to tell you every single way that this is going to affect us. And now Hillary met with the supervisor of elections, and the vice presidential candidate met with the supervisor of elections? Do you not see what's going on here? 877-850-8585. Jim and Stuart, how are you today?
Hello, Rich. How are you?
I'm a little bit angry.
I'm with you. I can't believe that the people in this country are that dumb. I'd like to think that they're not, and that we're not going to be duped this election. But when you get to the point where you're dealing with this level of corruption that's against you, the only thing that we have as an option is to get to the point where we're going to stand up and fight.
You got to stand up and fight. And the thing to do, listen, hold on, Jim. Don't go anywhere. Judy, you hang on, too. I'm going to come back to your lines in just a second. 877-850-8585. Need to take this quick time out. I got to lower my blood pressure a little bit. This is not good for my health. I'm telling you, we got to stand up and fight. Do not miss out. You have to vote. Stand by. Quick time out. This is the Rich Stevens Show.
News Talk 850 WFTL. On the air and on the web. Look for 850WFTL.com. News, weather, traffic, podcasts, and live streaming.
Investors, a revolutionary new strategy called WealthGuard is available to help you monitor all of your investment accounts, provide weekly updates, alert you and your financial advisor if any accounts are dropping more than you are comfortable with, and most importantly, suggest the possibility of taking defensive action. If you would like to monitor and protect all of your investment accounts wherever you are at no cost to you, call Singer Wealth Management at 866-WEALTHY and set up WealthGuard on your accounts today. That's 866-WEALTHY, 866-932-5849.
Are there problems in your Florida condominium or HOA? If so, tune into Condo Craze and HOAs every Sunday at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 850 WFTL. The show is hosted by me, Attorney Eric Laser. I want you to call in and we'll answer your questions and address your issues live and on the air. That's Sundays at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 850 WFTL. And to learn more about the show, visit CondoCrazeandHOAs.com.
Florida is the Sunshine State. So let's give solar power the green light with Amendment 1. Amendment 1 is good for the environment, good for consumers, good for Florida. It guarantees your right to generate your own solar energy. By placing that right in Florida's Constitution, it keeps the politicians and the special interests from messing with it. Amendment 1 does solar the right way. Common sense consumer protections. No unfair subsidies, giving you protection from the politicians. It's clear, simple, and straightforward, and that's the right way to do solar. Solar power for the Sunshine State. Vote yes on Amendment 1 for the sun. Paid political advertisement paid for by consumers for Smart Solar. 2640A Mitcham Drive, Tallahassee, Florida 32308.
ABC News, Washington Post tracking poll shows a tightening presidential race. Donald Trump now trailing Hillary Clinton by 4 points compared to 12 on Monday.
Why Trump is quickly seeing an increase in his poll numbers may be a mix of reasons. He's hitting the battleground states hard. This week he was in Florida, North Carolina, and where we are now in Ohio. He goes on to New Hampshire, Maine, and Iowa today. Also, some Republicans who vowed not to vote for Trump are now getting on board and deciding to support him as time runs out.
ABC's Alex Stone on the campaign trail in Ohio. Emergency workers are at New York's LaGuardia Airport cleaning up and looking into how Vice Presidential nominee Mike Pence's plane skidded off the runway. Pence giving credit to first responders for getting there so quickly no one was hurt. The Commerce Department says the U.S. economy grew at 2.9% rate in the second quarter, the strongest pace in 2 years. On Wall Street, Amazon's down 5% after its earnings missed estimates. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
I'm Karen Curtis with the News Talk 850 WFTL News Break. A Dr. Phil episode planned to air today featuring accused Questa killer and face biter Austin Harif has been pulled. No word on whether it will be broadcast at another time. Harif is accused in the August deaths of John Stevens and his wife on the Treasure Coast. Police are investigating an overnight shooting that injured 4 people in Miami Gardens. It happened about 2 a.m. The shooter is still at large. President Obama is ending the prison terms of 2 Broward County men sentenced for drug crimes. The Sun-Sentinel reports the president yesterday allowed the early release of Ignacio Guillermo and Robert O'Neill. Both men were convicted of cocaine possession and distribution and are set to be released February 24th. Another credit card skimmer has been found at a gas station in Palm Beach County. It was found at the Sunoco at the 8800 block of Lantana Road. Right now it is mostly cloudy, windy, 79 degrees in Boynton Beach. Mostly cloudy, windy, and 80 degrees in Hollywood. I'm Karen Curtis, News Talk 850 WFTL.
Listen, whatever aging gracefully may mean to you, I want you to hear what Darlene from West Palm has said. I heard about this product on the Rich Stevens Show. The results of my fine lines and even deep forehead wrinkles were dramatic. I get compliments all the time. It's like I never aged. You see, that's the cutting edge of anti-wrinkle science that I'm always telling you about. The plant stem cell formula, it combats chronological aging, gets rid of the wrinkles, the fine lines, the UV damage. That's what causes the skin redness to begin with. And yes, this product works for both men and women. But I got to tell you, kind of a little confession here on the Rich Stevens Show, I started using Esotique XV as well, and I absolutely love it. If you're watching Rich Stevens TV right now, you can see right here, right under my eyes, I used to have that puffiness and those kind of like wrinkle redness. It's gone. You got to try Esotique XV for yourself. You can do it absolutely free for a full 30 days. When you tell them Rich Stevens told you to call, you're just going to pay a small shipping fee. But here's the best part. After that first 30 days, if you don't see results, you call them up, you get your money back. It's as simple as this. Just say Rich Stevens told me to call, get the deal. 800-443-5109. 800-443-5109. I'm telling you right now, if you call, it's a great time because they'll also give you the deep firming vitamin C serum as a free gift just for trying Esotique XV today. This is one of those miracles. You may not hear about it from anybody else, but I'm telling you about it today. Use the same product that I'm using right now. See the results for yourself. Just call 800-443-5109. And you got to do it quickly because this offer's not going to be around forever. They could pull it at any time. 800-443-5109.
Here's David Lerner.
For 40 years, whether the stock market has been up or down, we at David Lerner Associates have been providing our clients with investments designed to provide income. Our aim has always been to make available what we believe is the sensible middle ground of investing. Unlike the wolves of Wall Street, we feel for the last 40 years we have been good shepherds. Take a tip from Poppy. Get to know us.
Call 1-800-367-3000 or find us online at davidlerner.com. That's 1-800-367-3000. There are risks inherent in investing. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Certain investments are offered by prospectus. Investors should read the prospectuses carefully and consider the investment's objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and other information before investing. The prospectuses may be obtained from David Lerner Associates Incorporated by calling 1-800-367-3000. Member FINRA and SIPC. Remember, the appointment is free. The advice could be priceless.
This weather report brought to you by Gun World of South Florida. Load them up and check out Gun World of South Florida, 1700 South Powerline Road in Deerfield, or online at gunworldofsfl.com.
I'm meteorologist Chris Farrell for CBS 12 News. Another windy day on this Friday. The windy east today gusting 25 to 30 miles an hour. Higher gust at the coast. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies. Only a 30% chance of an isolated shower. The high 84. Similar weekend weather. Partly to mostly cloudy skies Saturday, Sunday. Staying windy each day with highs of 84 and only an isolated shower.
Being an independent means never having to say you're sorry. It's Joyce Kaufman. Catch me every weekday at noon right here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
Don't believe everything you think. We think. Now, back to Rich Stevens.
All right, before we go to your calls, 877-850-8585, 877-850-8585. The latest dump on WikiLeaks shows that 2 aides in charge of running Hillary's campaign were taken aback as news broke in March of last year of Hillary's use of that private email for her work as Secretary of State. The exchange between campaign manager Robbie Mook and campaign chairman John Podesta took place within hours of the New York Times breaking the news that Hillary exclusively used that private email account in a way that may have broken records rules. Podesta wrote to Mook, "Did you have any idea of the depth of this story?" And then a few hours later, Mook writes back, "Nope. We brought up the existence of emails and research this summer, but we were told that everything was taken care of." How do you spell cover up? 877-850-8585. 877-850-8585. Judy in Lake Worth, how are you today?
Hi, Richard. This is Judy. Am I speaking to you?
I don't know. Are you?
I guess I am.
You are.
I'm a fellow Younkersite. I had friends on Cedar Lane. I know you lived there once. I now live in Lake Worth from New York 30-something years ago. I think it's absolutely, and I'm going to use the word deplorable, of what happened with Hillary meeting with Brenda Snipes and Tim Kaine meeting with Susan Butcher. I think it is deplorable. I think that what's going on is outrageous, and I think I'm registered as a Democrat. I will vote whoever I feel will do a good job. And at this point, we have to look at not at personalities, but we have to look at issues and what's going to happen to this country and what is happening to this country. I cannot believe the corruption that is within our government. The Constitution has been ripped up over and over and over again. And it's time that we get somebody in that's not going to get us into World War III with Russia. And just everything is taken out of context. The media people are not journalists anymore. They're, I don't know what to call them, okay?
Well, look, just the fact that Megyn Kelly's about to make her wish come true and get a $20 million salary should be mind-blowing to you and everybody. By the way, she makes about $15 million now. She's asked for a $5 million increase. It looks like she's going to get it. And what basically has Megyn Kelly done other than, well, the Newt Gingrich crap the other day and the beating up on Donald Trump for the last year? And they're going to pay her off with $5 million extra on top of the $15 million. This is what the media has turned into today. This stuff is scary. 877-850-8585. 877-850-8585. Jim and Stuart, how are you today?
Good, Rich. I don't know what's going to take to wake these people up, to wake up our nation, but I have to thank God for Donald Trump, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think that a lot of this stuff would be coming to light. And I have to say, from the beginning, I wasn't really 100% Trump, but what brought me on board was when I started seeing the Republicans against him and realizing the level of depth of corruption that exists.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing this come to light because everybody is complicit in this. Everyone is complicit. But we have to realize that as the people, we have the power, not the government. And we have to fight. If it's not through this vote, our founding fathers are looking at us spinning in their graves because they knew what was at stake when England tried to push stuff down their throat, and they didn't stand for it.
Yep.
And we can't stand for it either.
And that's why you have to stand up and you have to get out and vote. And do not wait. I'm telling you, do not wait until Election Day on November 8th. The only thing you should do on Election Day is come join me at Reuven's on Jog Road in Delray Beach. Just make sure you voted before Election Day. I'm telling you, I got a bad feeling. 877-850-8585. Maury in Boynton Beach, how are you today?
You're going to get somebody killed. If you don't tone down your rhetoric, somebody is going to pick up a gun or pick up a knife or go out there and do something stupid.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your rhetoric.
What rhetoric are you talking about? What rhetoric are you talking about?
You got to go out there.
What rhetoric are you talking about? You don't think people should get out and vote?
That's what I think they should do.
Okay, so that's what I said. So where's the rhetoric? Where's the rhetoric come in? Shut the hell up and get off my phone. 877-850-8585. Kim in Miami, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Kim, turn your radio off. Go ahead.
Okay. All I want to say is this. I'm a Democrat, and no, I do not trust Hillary, but I do not like Donald Trump.
Listen, here's the thing. Kim, let me just say something.
For the debates, he acts like a child. He has no stand, that I saw, as far as where America should go and will go under him. And also, I don't understand how you stand up there and want to be the leader of this country and say you'll figure it out once you get there.
When did he say that?
He said it on the news. I saw him on TV.
Okay, but let me just point, Kim, Kim, listen,
nominated,
Kim,
yes.
listen to me. Here's something that I've mentioned numerous times. I don't know where, and it doesn't matter where you get your news from, but let me just explain something to you. Unless you watch the entire Donald Trump speech, you are only getting bits and pieces that the mainstream media pulls out to make you think that it's kind of like those Hillary commercials where Donald Trump said all those horrible things and had to bleep it out. He never said those things.
Well,
So
I
you
feel
have to,
as
you
if
have
he
to.
has no prior political.
But that's what makes him a great candidate, because he doesn't have any political prior. She's got 30 years of prior. What the hell has she done for you or this country besides lie? 877-850-8585. 877-850-8585. Nancy in Plantation, how are you today?
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
Oh, just great. How are you?
I'm good. I have a story, and I can't get anyone at the supervisor of elections to listen to me. I've tried to call. My mother's 80 years old. She's in an assisted living. She got 2 ballots. She got 2 during the primary as well. And not only that, but when she went into assisted living, no one requested the state of Florida come in and change her address and everything else. But here's the kicker. I called the Florida elections fraud hotline, and they told me it's up to the individual county how many ballots you get.
Yeah, the supervisor of elections. And in the supervisor of elections in South Florida, one is more corrupt than the other one. It's all about covering up. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. 877-850-8585. Nancy, this is just one of many, many stories that I keep hearing over and over again. And this is why when Donald Trump is standing up there in front of tens of thousands of people telling you that this election is rigged, it is. That's why you have to get out and vote early. As some people like to say, get out and vote early and vote often. You can only do it in Florida. Might as well take advantage of the system, right? I'm not encouraging you to do that. I'm just saying. All right, let's take a quick timeout. If you want to grab a line, 877-850-8585. 877-850-8585. This is rough, and it's only going to get rougher in the next 11 days. This is The Rich Stevens Show.
The 2016 hurricane season is here, and we've got you covered. I'm Karen Curtis. We'll watch the tropics for you. News Talk 850 WFTL.
Hi, this is Joyce Kaufman, and do you have a family member addicted to painkillers or alcohol or other drugs? Are you desperate to help them stop this downward spiral and get their lives back? The Florida House Experience is the only treatment center in the country that combines cutting-edge medical treatment with highly trained doctors, psychological and psychiatric care. The Florida House Experience uses neuro-rehabilitative techniques that restore the brain so it can be regulated and healthy. The patients feel great, and the once-resisted patient is now ready to receive traditional clinical care. If this is what you want for a loved one, consider the Florida House Experience. Comprehensive treatment for drug and alcohol addiction or drug abuse and mental disorders such as depression, anxiety, codependency, and trauma. For modern-day addiction treatment, call 855-SOBER-16. That's 855-SOBER-16. Or visit online at FHERehab.com. Call 855-SOBER-16. That's 855-SOBER-16. Or visit online at FHERehab.com.
Listen, are you over 40 by any chance? You know the benefits of nitric oxide. You should know about this by now. There's a reason everyone's talking about nitric oxide, because it's a miracle molecule, and it does wonders for healthy blood pressure. It boosts your energy, and last but not least, it enhances male intimacy as well. That's a nice added benefit. But the problem is there's so many nitric oxide supplements on the market. How do you know which is the best? I can tell you, there's only one, Heart Factors. That's the original breakthrough from Chamonix, and it has years of proven results behind it. Kathleen in Boynton Beach, she wrote me a nice note. She says, my husband's a 61-year-old letter carrier. He walks about 10 miles every day on his route. He feels more energy overall and just feels better. And by the way, he's on his second order of Heart Factors, and he feels fantastic. You see, Heart Factors really works wonders for both men and women, and the benefits are truly incredible. Here's the best part. You try it. If it doesn't work, they give you your money back. You have nothing to lose. No questions asked. Call 800-621-1393. 800-621-1393. By the way, tell them Rich Stevens told you to call 800-621-1393 today, and they'll give you a free bottle of Heart Factors with your order. Take advantage of this, please. And by the way, if you say Rich Stevens told me to call, they'll even upgrade you to priority shipping. You got to take advantage of this offer today. 800-621-1393. 800-621-1393. That's 800-621-1393.
I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Mortgage rates have dropped again. In fact, recently, mortgage rates have dropped to the second lowest level in history. Now is the time for you to take advantage of these historically low rates and save serious money every month by refinancing your mortgage. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is all the way down to 3.5%, APR 3.57%. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN to see how far we can lower your mortgage payment. For 6 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the third year, they also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. It's a great time to refinance with Quicken Loans and save hundreds every month. This ultra-low rate of 3.5% won't last long. So call 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Are you suffering from any kind of foot pain, or maybe your ankle hurts? You know, here's the deal. Finding the right podiatrist in South Florida, that can be a tremendous challenge. And everybody's always saying, you know, you got a good guy? I got a good guy. He can end your foot pain today. His name is Dr. Richard Eggerman. He treats all problems related to the foot and the ankle. He's dedicated to providing caring, compassionate, and comprehensive podiatry care. He is the most qualified podiatrist in all of South Florida. I'm talking about Dr. Richard Eggerman. By the way, he even makes house calls. He can do same-day appointments. Here's the number, 561-495-9700. 561-495-9700. He offers a highest standard of medical excellence for you and professionalism with a personal warmth and a genuinely caring attitude. Did I mention he makes same-day appointments and house calls too? That's Dr. Richard Eggerman. He's on Military Trail just north of Lake Ida Road in Delray Beach. You owe it to your feet to get the best treatment today. 561-495-9700. By the way, if you're a new patient and you say, Rich Stevens told me to call, they'll give you a free gift. But you got to make that appointment sometime within the next 10 days. 561-495-9700. 561-495-9700 for Dr. Richard Eggerman.
Early voting for the general election runs now through November 6th. Be the voice that needs to be heard, because your voice and your vote matters. This message is brought to you by Cersei Denny at CerseiLaw.com.
We elect a new president on Tuesday, November 8th. I'm Gerard Campbell. For the latest on the race for the White House, join us at News Talk 850 WFTL.
More than just headlines, more than just sound bites. This is John Batchelor. Join me for a deeper discussion of the stories that shape your world tonight at 9 p.m. on News Talk 850 WFTL.
If you can't say something nice, call the Rich Stevens Show. 877-850-8585. You'll never know what'll happen. Now, here's Rich Stevens.
I got to tell you, at any time, if you want to email me, it's Rich, R-I-C-H, at 850WFTL.com, or you can text me my iPhone 305-707-7878, 305-707-7878. Just do me a favor, tell me your first name, where you live, so I can add you in the phone book and know who I'm talking to. And if there's something that you want to tell me, whether it be via email or text, and you want to remain anonymous, I got no problem with that. Just say, Rich, please don't say my name. I got a text message during the last break. I'm going to read this to you word for word, and then you tell me what you make of everything that I've said this entire broadcast so far. Hi, Rich. Please don't say my name. Got it. Not saying your name. I'm working with a company that sends us to visit Democrat and independent people to vote for Hillary. By the way, you should know I'm a very bad worker. I found out that people that are residents, not U.S. citizens, are in fact registering to vote Democratic. I was able to get one of the names because when I mentioned it, the names disappeared from my list. I'm doing this because I need the money, but it's sick what they're doing. That's why I'm not a good worker. Please, again, do not mention my name. I still am working one more week. Go, go, Trump. This is what's happening around us here in South Florida. If you don't realize that there's a problem, then please, it's very simple. I'm sorry to be redundant, to repeat the same stuff over and over again. I don't want to be sitting here 2 weeks from today. I'm not even going to say it. But you know what I was thinking. In order to prevent that from happening, you got to get out and early vote. You got to call your supervisor of elections. You can do this online, by the way. You don't have to have any contact with anybody. Just go online to the supervisor of elections page and say, send me the ballot in the mail. Get it done today. And by the way, I wouldn't put that in the mail. This is just me. Do what I did. Get the ballot, then take it back to the supervisor of elections and have them take it in the envelope, pull out the inside, and stamp it right in front of you so you know that they got your vote. I don't trust anybody with this election. I don't trust, with all due respect, I love the mail service, I love letter carriers, but I just want to make sure that the ballot's not going to somehow get lost. You have no way of knowing if your ballot even counted unless you're hand delivering it to the supervisor of election. And yes, I know there's even issues there where there could be problems, but at least you know you've done your due diligence to make sure that it gets handed in to somebody. You got to do that. 877-850-8585. Rolf and Davie, how are you today?
This is Ralph.
Ralph, I'm sorry.
Thank you for taking my call. I did the undoable, and I'm afraid now that my vote's not going to count for Trump. My wife and I did the mail-in, and I don't know if they got it or if they threw it away or if it's going to count, and I don't know what to do about it.
Here's what I would suggest you do. I would suggest, now you're in Davie, call Dr. Brenda Snipes' office and tell them exactly what you just said. You know, and I would say it a little bit different. I would say, I'm not sure if I put enough postage on it, so is there a way for you to tell me if my vote came in? When it's barcoded, so they scan it, I'm thinking they should be able to tell you, but I'm guessing that they won't be able to tell you. But just, you know, that's what I would do. It's I got to tell you, this is so upsetting to me, and it should be, I can hear it in your voice, upsetting to you as well, because we don't know. How do we know if our vote counts?
Well, I know Dr. Snipes has been Democrat all her life. She was on the Obama side. Now she's on the Hillary side. And like you said earlier in the program, vote early and vote often. Could I go down there and get another ballot and sign it and hand it to them and let them date stamp it like you said? Look, or is that illegal?
You know what? I'm not an attorney, so I can't advise you. But if you think that you're, and I'm going to put a disclaimer here, I can only tell you my advice. This is my advice. I don't want you to get arrested. I would go to the supervisor of elections and say, or actually, well, I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking because I don't want to get you in trouble. I would make that phone call first and see what they tell you, and then call me back on Monday. Let me know what they told you, and then let's take it to the next step. I can tell you I had a conversation with somebody this morning that went to early vote in Palm Beach County, and she voted, what's today? Today is Friday. She early voted on Tuesday. She went today to a different poll and voted again. No questions, no problems. So, I don't know what's going on. It would seem to me that when you go in early vote, they know who you are. They scan something, they do something, and you shouldn't be able to vote again. But she went twice in the same week. And you know what I told her? I'm just a guy. So no advice from me. I'm just telling you. I told her, I said, you ought to go try to vote on November 8th again and see what happens, just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Well, Mazel tov. I hope you don't get in any trouble for all the good things you're doing for.
Thank you.
For the right side.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I can't get in any trouble because this is my opinion. This is a talk show. This is only my opinion. There's disclaimers all over the place. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just relaying a story. But these are the stories that people need to get out and people need to talk about, and you need to do something about it today. So I'm sorry to be redundant. Get off your ass and early vote today. and or call or go online to the supervisor of elections and get that mail-in ballot. When you get the mail-in ballot, fill it out and take it back to the office and make sure you don't put it in a pile, but they stamp it right in front of you so you know your vote, well, we would like to assume counted, but at least it got delivered properly. That's what it's all about. All right, listen. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching Rich Stevens TV. Have a great weekend. Be safe and get out and vote.
Get the 850 WFTL app for Android or Apple today. Join exclusive contests and leave us a talkback and be heard on the air. Get it at 850WFTL.com.
Hi, this is Joyce. I lost more weight more quickly than I ever thought possible. Quick Weight Loss Centers. And unlike other programs, you know what? This was fun. It was convenient. I was eating real food that I prepared. I could eat out at restaurants. I had supplements that crushed my cravings. The program's so